Hello, Guardians and Gamers, and welcome back. In this video, we're going to be going over my absolutely OP Titan Strand build. And when I mean OP, it is absolutely amazing. Let's get into it. So first of all, we're going to start off with what we have on for our subclass. So we've got the Rally Barricade, we got Strafe Lift, we've got the Frenzied Blades, which you don't have any other choice. So, and the other thing is also this grapple. Now this is your grenade. So when you're putting your build together, keep that in mind. This is not your melee, but it is also going to act as your melee. For our aspects, the one and only Banner of War. Now, these aspects that have come out for all the different characters, whether it's Hunter, Titan, or Warlock, have really taken the Strand builds to the next level. Honestly, I wish that we had these when Strand first came out. The next, or let's go over this Banner of War. So the Banner of War aspect, so defeating a target with a melee attack, finisher, or sword to raise a Banner of War that pulses with energy. So once you do have Banner of War, you're going to see like a little green kind of flash around your Titan, and that's going to let you know that you do have Banner of War active. So periodically healing nearby allies and increasing melee and sword damage. So those two things right there, increasing the melee and increasing the sword damage, are really key for this build. The next aspect up, we have Into the Fray. So destroying a tangle or casting your super grants Woven Mail. So other things that are going to go in this build are really going to help out with this aspect as well. Fragments, we've got Thread of Transmutation. While you have Woven Mail, weapon final blows create tangles. So like I said, the other things you put in this build are really going to help out with this Into the Fray aspect. So Thread of Warding, so picking up an orb of power grants Woven Mail. So other orbs you're going to be creating, or other orbs that teammates are going to be creating, which seem to be in quite of abundance, are really going to help this build out. We got Thread of Generation, so dealing damage generates grenade energy. So any damage you are putting out is going to help you get grenade energy back, which is your grapple, which is also a melee. Thread of Fury, so damaging targets with the tangle grants melee energy, more melee energy, which is absolutely amazing. So you can also get this Frenzied Blade back a whole lot quicker, which is absolutely awesome. And we're going to move on over to what we have for weapons and then into armor. So for weapons, I've gone with Rufus's Fury. We've got Reconstruction and Hatchling. The different perks that you guys want on this is absolutely up to you. These are also the enhanced perks. So the Rufus's Fury, you are going to get that reconstruction, so you're going to be able to generate ammo without even using the weapon. And Hatchling, so Hatchling is a really good perk. So precision final blows or rapidly defeating targets with a non-precision weapon spawns a threadling at a target's location and improves handling. So if you're able to get those precision final blows or rapidly defeat those, you're going to spawn that hatchling, and that hatchling's going to seek out things and just destroy it, which is absolutely amazing. We've also ran with Lubre's Ruin, the Glaive. We've got enhanced Grave Robber and enhanced Unrelenting on this, as well as Soul Drinker. Now the reason I went with Lubre's and with the Unrelenting instead of Swashbuckler is what it's going to do for you. So Unrelenting, so rapidly defeating targets, triggers improved health regeneration, and guardians and powerful combatants count as more than one target. So when you're dealing damage, when you're whacking things, yes, we're going to whack things with the glaive, you are going to be able to get that health regeneration a little bit quicker. Moving on to Soul Drinker, gain health based on the number of hits before reloading. When you're shooting things with the glaive And before you reload, if you're able to land each hit, you're also going to get health based on the number of hits. So that absolutely makes part of this build and staying alive really, really well. Leans into that survivability of your Titan build. And moving down, we've got the Thin Precipice crafted sword. We've gone with the enhanced tireless blade as well as enhanced hatchling. Again, hatchling, so precision final blows or rapidly defeating targets. You can also do your spin attack with this because yeah, this thing is absolutely OP. But yes, your spin attack is going to give you the ability to take out more enemies, which is going to be able to give you a chance to spawn more hatchlings. All right, moving down, we're going to actually jump onto the artifact. So first up, first column, of course, you're probably going to be wanting your anti-barrier auto rifle, your unstoppable scout rifle, and your overload hand cannon. We've also gone with that solar strand rifle, so using the Lubres, you do have that chance of spawning orbs with this as well. And we've also got Definer's discount, so all scavenger mods are discounted. We got the Thanatoic Tangle, so strand weapon final blows have a chance to generate a tangle, which is going to help you out with getting that woven mail. And then leaning into other things in our artifact is also going to help out as well. We've got the solar elemental orbs, so while using a solar subclass, solar weapon final blows have a chance to spawn a solar elemental orb. It doesn't really help out because we're running our we're running strand, and there's no strand elemental orbs because we create tangles, but you have to pick something to get over to the other column, so that's what I went with. We've also got the communal pickup, so when an ally destroys or picks up your tangle or elemental orb, the tangle cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds and you gain damage to weapons matching your subclass for 10 seconds. So when other people pick up those orbs, it is going to give you a reduced cooldown as well as a damage bonus for that subclass, or for the weapons that match your subclass types. Hence why we're gone with the two different strand weapons, which is Rufus as well as a Thin Precipice. We've also got refreshing pickups, so picking up a tangle or elemental orb grants energy to your least powered ability, which could be your melee or more possibly your grapple, which is your grenade. So that's just really going to help out as well. We got the semi-auto strike. If you have fewer than 2 stacks of armor charge, rapid precision shots with bows, sniper rifles, and scout rifles generate an armor charge. And also to point out in here, we could also go with the Traxi Scout rifle, which is also a strand weapon, which would help with that artifact perk as well. The other perks that we have gone with is, of course, the Monochromatic Maestro. Dealing elemental ability damage increases matching weapon damage, and elemental weapon damage increases matching ability damage. Bonus granted is 10% for 5 seconds. So using those abilities is going to give you a damage boost as well. So if you're able to melee something, that is really going to help out. The other one that really helps out with this build is Elemental Embrace. Subclass elemental buffs grant you bonus recovery and damage resistance against combatants' attacks of the matching elemental type. So something else to keep you alive. We could also move that over to elemental munitions if you want. Combatant final blows with tangles or elemental orbs have a chance to drop special or heavy ammo. This one could also help you out as well if you need to get more ammo throughout the encounters. I don't seem to be having too much of an issue with it, so I moved that into Elemental Embrace. Moving on over to our armor, we can take a quick look here. For our helmet, we've gone with Solar Strand, so rapid solar weapon final blows create an elemental orb, as well as rapid strand weapon final blows will also create orbs. So whichever weapon you are using, you are going to be creating orbs. We've gone with hands-on, so gain bonus super energy on melee kills. So the more melee you are able to do, whether you're using your glaive, you're using your powered melee attack, you're using your grapple, pulling yourself in and doing that melee attack, you are going to be able to get super energy back. I've also gone with Worm God's Caress. Look at what exactly that is going to do for you. So Worm God's Caress, the main perk is Burning Fist. So melee kills increase melee damage for a period of time. So getting those melee kills, whether it's with your glaive, your grapple, or doing your powered melee, you are going to get increased damage, and then additional kills extend the duration of the effects. So kind of everything together is really going to synergize with using that Worm God Caress exotic. Moving on over to Synthoceps, on the other hand, people are like, oh, maybe we should be using Synthoceps. Well, in my opinion, Synthoceps aren't going to help you out 100%. So bionic enhancements is the main perk for Synthoceps, so increased melee lunge range. I don't see how really that's going to help you out. So improved melee and super damage when you are surrounded. Yeah, you're going to have to move around to constantly be surrounded, and you might not always be surrounded. So there's a chance that this isn't 100% helping you out all the time. Hence why I've gone with the Worm God Caress. Next up, we've got our chest armor. We've gone with the solar resistance that could be switched out for anything else, as well as arc resistance can be switched out for anything else. Another main one for this is Lucent Blade, so increases the energy recharge rate of your equipped swords. Your equipped glaives gain more energy from dealing damage with the ranged attack. So getting those solar damage while firing that glaive is really going to help you out. Moving down to our leg armor, I've gone with recuperation, so replenishes health each time you pick up orbs of power. So picking up those orbs is going to have a multiple of different effects when you do pick them up, not just healing you. We've also got orbs of restoration, so picking up an orb of power grants a small amount of energy to your ability with the least energy, whether that's your powered melee attack or could be your grapple. It is going to help increase the ability with the least energy. We've also got the Strand weapon surge because we are running those two different Strand weapons, so that's going to give those a bit of a boost. And the way that works is by collecting an orb of power causes you to gain an armor charge. Your Strand weapon gain a small bonus to damage while you have the armor charge. Your armor charge now decay over time, which is really good, and remember that. Moving down to your class armor piece, I went with one bomber, so reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. I've also gone with Reaper, so after using your class ability, your next weapon final blow spawns an orb of power. So if you pop up your rally banner and you get some kills after doing that, you are going to generate more orbs, which is really helping you out. I've also put on Font of Restoration, which is something else that's going to help keep you alive. So collecting an orb of power causes you to gain one temporary armor charge. You gain bonus to recovery while you have an armor charge. Your armor charge now decay over time. So picking up that orb, you're going to get the bonus to recovery, as well as using your glaive, you can also get a bonus to recovery as well. Everybody, thank you very much for checking out the build. If you want, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys have gone with for some of the perks, or what you would change about the build. Come check us out live at youtube.com/@Starset7Gaming. Love to have you guys. If there's any of the raids or dungeons, any of the content that you guys want to do, join the Discord community. Love to have you guys. Until next time, be safe and take care.